what's good guys, I'm back doing another video. As you tell by the title of the video, I'm going to show you how to make guitar. I'm going to try and keep it simple and explain the theory behind it. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the main thing with guitar melodies is you want to have a really good VST to start with. A lot of the good VSTs are in Kontakt, so I would say start with Kontakt and kind of mess around, see if you can find any guitar libraries, and I'll show you the ones I use. So these are the two kind of main plugins that I use for guitar melodies. I use either Boutique Mood guitars or Soft Nylon guitar, or if I'm feeling a little crazy, I'll use Pick Nylon, which is probably the best one to be honest. Alright, so let's start with Pick Nylon. I'm gonna just drag it in. Alright, so let's go to our piano roll. And the first thing you want to do is make sure your scale highlighting is enabled. We'll just start in an A minor. Alright, once we do that, we can go up to this little magnet here and we'll change it to 1/3 beat. This works a lot better for guitar melodies. Let's go ahead and place one of our notes down. So what we want to do is you want to start off with a really basic melody here. I switched it back to quarter bar just to kind of help the snap to grid thing. So what you want to do is you want to lay down 3 notes to kind of start building the melody off of. Find a bounce that you like. Something like this. Just stretch it to the 4 bars. Alright, so we're gonna build chords off of this. We're gonna build a minor chord. So what we want to do is you basically want to take your note, skip one of the notes that are in the scale, and then place it on the next one. You can do this one more time, and then you want to end by skipping 2 more notes. You're going to end up with something like this. And you want to do the same for these 2. Alright, now that we got that, let's go back to our 3rd beat. Now what you want to do is you want to kind of spread these notes out so they're strumming. Like that. So you can basically just copy what I'm doing here, just dragging all these notes over, copying it over the bar. Okay, so that sounded off there, so we're gonna go ahead and change some of these notes up. I don't like the way this sounds, so we'll go down another note in the scale and see how this sounds. Alright, so I did change it up a little bit, but it's not too complicated to switch up from what we had originally, so let me just delete these notes here, and I'll loop this. So you have your bass melody here. What you want to do is copy these root notes 1 octave down. And that might not always work depending on the plugin you use. So you can use a sound shifter if you wanted to, or you can just shift everything up like 4 notes. So now I changed the scale, so I'm going to go back in and change my scale real quick. Alright, so we have that. Now we want to make a top melody. So we can load up another Kontakt instance. Alright, and now I'm going to load up a different plugin, just to kind of show you. So I do like this Boutique Mood guitar for kind of a softer sound. It's more lo-fi-ish. And sometimes it's good to kind of copy your original melody from that original plugin and put it in another one, see how it sounds. And I don't mind that because it does fill in some of the frequencies that we're missing with the other plugin. So let's put a magic switch on that just to see how it sounds. Easy. The most important thing to making melodies is honestly just adding layers. Don't overcomplicate it, but just add layers. If you have 1 sound, make it 2 or 3 sounds and use the same exact melody. Alright, so let's add one more Kontakt instance. Alright, let's add a different plugin here. And what you want to do for these top melodies is you want to use these triplets. So like for example, I'm just going to do something simple here. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but here. It has that really authentic guitar sound, so I would recommend using triplets where you can, and it gives a beat a really good bounce. So like, let's try and come up with a top melody here. And all I'm doing is I'm going to stay in these white notes and find what sounds good. Alright, so I kind of came up with this simple melody, and what I did was I took these root notes and honestly just used the triplets to kind of give it a background bounce to kind of build up anticipation. So here's what it sounds like. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to suggest for mixing, what you do is you take all your guitar melodies and send them to one bus and add an RC20 on there. Alright, and I'll quickly add drums to kind of give you an idea of what it could sound like. And one quick tip while I'm just adding in the drums is to add a piano to kind of give the guitar some background elements. Piano is one of the simplest things to add. And honestly, just take take that chord that we made and just extend it with a piano. Alright, I'm gonna let the beat play for the outro. Hopefully you guys like this video. I'm gonna trim it down so it's only like a 5-minute video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm out. Peace.